All right, my city, it's that time. Big Mike's open mic. Excited to talk to this comedian again, who is going to be at Comedy Works South at Landmark this weekend. We got Jackie Kashian. How are you?
I'm good. I like the name of this. Who doesn't love an open mic?
Who doesn't love an open mic?
I just want to work on a new bit. Is that
you should.
I should totally. Wow. Do I have a new bit? I was working on something about my sister. She had the trauma of. She had caricature trauma as a child.
Caricature trauma? What's that?
Well, when she was 6 years old, we moved. And my brother, who was 10, was supposed to pick her up after school and take her to the new house.
Okay.
And he forgot because he was 10.
Happens.
So she went back to where we lived, and we had moved.
Oh, no.
So that is caricature trauma. That is trauma when you're like, oh, my family moved away from me. And
didn't tell you.
Didn't tell you. And so she's 6. Luckily, she knew where my grandmother lives, so she went to my grandmother's. And my sister has always wanted to be alone. So I'm sure she said to my grandmother, thank God they're gone.
Carried on for generations in her life, like she's held on to this.
She's never held on to it, which I've always thought it was fascinating because I was younger than her, so I was coddled.
Yeah.
But she was expected to, figure it out.
She thought it would carry on to her. Nope, sorry.
No, it turns out you're not being raised. We're gonna raise Jackie.
You're gonna have to get it home by yourself.
That's
and everything.
It. Good luck.
Well, welcome back to the Mile High City. You're at Comedy Works South at Landmark. Welcome back. How you been?
I've been good. I did a new special and a new album, and I'm just working on comedy, and I'm trying not to, lose hope in the world. Just plug it along.
It can be hard sometimes, but that's why people like you exist. I guess
that's right. Just trying to let people be angry and let people have a couple of laughs.
Yes.
That's the purpose of this hour right now. I'm just like, yes, we can all be angry together, and we can also laugh about my poor driving.
Look in between all that for the funny.
Exactly.
The funny in between. And you're driving, apparently.
Right. I've got, what I'm saying is that I have normal bits as well. I got jokes about normal stuff, like I'm married,
to
a man. That's always a fun reveal.
Not just the funny and all the crazy stuff, but also just the regular stuff that just happens to be funny.
Regular, normal human hilarity.
Well, it's called Alter-Kashian, and that's actually dropping next week on YouTube, right?
That's it. It's on YouTube, and then a series for the album for a couple of weeks, and then everywhere for the album after that, and then so I'm doing a trilogy. The last one was called Staycation because we were all home. Remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah. And then the next one, depending on how my life pans out, it's either going to be vindication or abdication. Right?
I like that. I hope it's vindication.
So do I.
I'm crossing my fingers.
That's it.
So for you, obviously you've done this for a while, and you said you got the new special. For you, because you're always on the road. You're always touring. You're always like, this is, like I think you said, it's like your job on the road. Like, when is it for you a time where, like, it's time for a special? Like, it's time to put this together and release it? Like, where does that moment
It's interesting because I usually, a lot of comics put out a new hour every year. It takes me longer to write that because I tend to write kind of storytelling, longer stuff about family and friends and stuff. And so it takes a while to tighten that up and get enough punchlines in it so that I feel good about it. So it's pretty organic, I will just keep telling the jokes until kind of I'm sick of telling the jokes, and I'm like, well, you might want to put that down on an album, or they will be lost to the ether, and then you'll never get royalties. So
got to get those royalties.
It's both a practical and I'm an artiste, and yet. No, I'm also trying to pay some rent.
You are an artiste because I think you're probably the only person that I know. There might be a second person that did an entire special from the rear view camera of a Mazda. Now, as a Mazda owner, I recognize that rear view camera.
That's beautiful. It was the Mazda 6. I telling jokes into the ass camera of a Mazda 6 in reverse. I had been mic'd so that you could hear the jokes, though it is in my alley. So the echo is, it's just me telling car jokes for 10 minutes. It's on my website, JackieKashian.com.
Well, I'm going to say, technology has come such a long way since that day. They now have the 360 cameras.
Right.
Like, you could be doing some leg work, some footwork on stage.
I could have been circling the car, and all of a sudden the blinker would go off and go, oh, you're in the blind spot.
Yeah.
And
I'm thinking that, once you're done with the trilogy, you might need to do the 360 camera special. Like,
I could just do one called Blind Spot, because isn't there a camera just on my car's a 2013 Corolla. It doesn't even have a backup camera, which is fine because I have a neck. But the but some of the cameras do have blind spot cameras that are like, there's a dude, there's a car, and then my favorite thing though is on the dash on rental cars. I'll get this. So newer cars will have this. If you're at a stoplight and the car in front of you leaves, do you have this on your car where an LED readout pops up and says lead vehicle is departing?
No.
The car in front of you is moving. Essentially, it's a snarky, hey, are you on your phone? Did you want to go? Because the car in front of you is going.
I don't even have the 360 camera yet. I'm still on the rear view. I still have that exact same rear view.
And that is it, just the rear view camera. Yeah, it's, I like a fancy car because it reminds me I'm driving. But but I also don't care. Because it's not. I mean, I like to see a nice car. They rented a 2025 cherry red Dodge Charger. I was given that. A very beautiful car.
Yeah.
That is a car that I want to drive next to.
Okay.
And go, hey, look at that car.
Yeah.
Isn't that a cool looking car?
I like the bells and whistles. I was so close to buying a vehicle because I was like, I got mine like 5 years ago, and these cars have so many things now. They have lights for everything. They have cameras at every cranny. Oh, there's the trunk camera in case you need that. You know, that was what was in the trunk.
No.
Everything, and it's like it's very tempting. I somehow held off. I'm gonna wait a little while because it's not a smart purchase.
Right.
It's not the smartest purchase.
Right. I'd rather live. Slightly, I'm not in my car enough. You know, I'm on, like you said, I'm on the road. This is all I do for a living. So good 40, 45 weeks a year is me doing stand-up comedy with the and then and cashing those checks. Very exciting. Wow. And then I did Europe last year, which was kind of fun, and I'm gonna try to do more Europe.
I was gonna say, is the European comedy audience noticeably different, noticeably the same from here? Like, what does it feel like?
I've done a bunch of international stuff, but not in years. So I went and I did London.
Okay.
And London was fine because it turns out English is English. But in April, I'm doing Germany, and I assume that I will be doing shows for expats.
Yeah.
Right? Not a lot of Germans or Germans who speak better English than I do. One of those two things is
Or maybe
happening.
just 100% German speakers. You know, just
wow, that'd be great.
Showing up for a show.
A little more mugging.
Well, this weekend, I don't know how many expats are going to be there. It's going to be at Comedy Works South.
Come on out.
At
South.
Landmark. It's tonight through this weekend. You can get those tickets at comedyworks.com. So right here, I got my comedy cap. These are all questions asked by previous guests of Big Mike Open Night. So I would love for you to pick one, and then if you could add one to the hat for me, please.
Afterwards?
Yes,
or
please.
On camera? Do I have to think?
Oh, it's going to be on camera.
Oh, God.
Not to put you on the spot.
Jeff Garlin.
Okay.
Can I tell a Jeff Garlin story before
Please do.
Flappers Comedy Company. Whatever. There's a comedy club called Flappers in Burbank, California, that has a green room, and Jeff Garlin paid for a bathroom to be put attached to that because he didn't want to go to the people bathroom.
Really?
Yeah, he's not wrong. Because you kind of have to pee and then go on stage. So, but he has extra bathroom money, is what I'm saying.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's right. He was on that TV show.
Good. I think Comedy Works South has one attached to the green room, so you're good.
It certainly does. That's very fancy. What are your thoughts on vulnerability in comedy? Do you remember one of your most vulnerable moments on stage? Wow, Jeff. All right, he went deep. I will say this. On my Horcrux album, called This'll Make an Excellent Horcrux, and it was called that because my soul was in it. That is a Harry Potter joke.
Like it.
Anyway, so, but I did a joke about being... having the sexy times with my husband, and being reminded of a sad sexy time or a negative during sex, which means that we were then having sexy times while I was crying, which you only got a couple of choices when you're crying during sex. Is you could either choke it back and power through.
Well, in his head, he's either really impressed with himself or he's like, what's happening?
or you could actually stop and have a conversation. And so, but it's funny because and it was incredibly vulnerable to talk about it initially until it was funny, right?
Yeah.
And so, but the funny thing that happened from it that was also very sweet is that my husband's a game designer. He makes video games and board games and tabletop games. And he when we had the conversation, I told him all about it. He was like, what if we LARP it out? And to LARP is to live action role play something, and it is essentially a costume party with game mechanics. And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Well, pretend we're on the bus, and we'll reenact the horrible things, but it'll be me, and you like having sex with me, and we'll reframe it." And it worked. And
Worked out.
And it worked out, which was an amazing response.
There's not enough LARPing in like therapy. Like,
Right. I think there might be.
Yeah.
But there does usually come from your game designer husband.
All right.
So good for him. He brings a game design into almost all.
I learned so much from Jeff Garland's question.
Right there.
The bathroom stuff and that stuff. I love it.
Right. There's an arc of things to learn about Jeff Garland and about Jackie Kashian's sex life.
Well, a few weeks from now, a comedian's going to be sitting here and you're going to be tagged.
What's it gonna
saying
be?
They answered your question. Can you add a question to the comedy cap?
The only it's what is the most pep talk joke that you are telling an audience right now? So essentially, the question, and you will have to tighten this up in post.
Okay.
What joke are you currently telling that is a joke, but is also a pep talk in our troubled times?
Okay. I like it.
That's deep.
I like it. I like the deep questions. I like it. This weekend, Comedy Works South, the Landmark. Get your tickets at comedyworks.com. Jackie Kashian, thank you so much.
Thank you, Big Mike.